What is going on? We're back again with another video. In today's video, we actually have a pretty big update in MLB The Show 25. And as you guys can see on your screen, we're looking at the schedule right here. As we can see, we have double XP for the whole week, which is actually insane. Pretty much when this first inning XP path ends is when the double XP is going to go away. As we can see in the top right, when I'm recording this video, we got 6 days and 18 hours. So for a whole week is really solid if you guys are really behind on the XP. Obviously, if you're already caught up and you already did the whole XP, reward path, you can obviously just keep spinning that wheel. And they did update that wheel. So instead of the pipeline packs, now we have some thread packs. So we have the deluxe, premier, and ultra versions of the thread packs in there, which is pretty exciting to catch up on that program as well. And as we can see, we have the April Spotlight Drop 1 program that came out today, which was also very exciting. They had a lot of new cards come out. And then we had the last ride program, which was pretty cool and pretty easy to do as well. So those are the 3 things that are coming into MLB The Show 25 today. Here's what's coming in the future. On the 8th, we have a new event and an April Showers Diamond Quest. So that is definitely going to be exciting if you guys still need a lot of stubs in the game to get some of the cards. And then on the 11th, we have the show live again, which is the dev stream that they always do, it seems like. We have the new Weekend Classic that starts, which is very exciting. Obviously, the brand new mode. And we have the second inning XP path, which is going to launch, which is going to be very exciting. And then they did mention in today's stream that the Jackie Robinson Day is going to be on the 15th, so they're going to have a program for that. So a lot of good content coming in the future. But let's focus on what got released today. Let's go over to the last ride. As we can see right here, I did complete this on stream today. It was relatively easy. It wasn't too hard. Basically, the 2 cards are this Mike Manusa card. So you have the sinker, knuckle curve, cutter, change, and slider. As you can see, his stats, 109 on the walks per 9, 70 on the Ks. I do have them parallel ones, so that just keep that in mind when you're looking at these stats. Yeah, pretty good card overall. Obviously in the last ride program, and then the last card in this program was David Ortiz. Now this one is really good. Besides from his fielding and speed stats, which are not good, he's only got 12 speed on this card. His hitting stats are great. I would use him as a DH if you're going to use this card, because 41 fielding at first base is really not good. And he's just going to be a really good hitter for your guys' team. So definitely I would DH this card. Pretty easy to get these cards. You guys just have to do 3 moments with each player. And then we have some innings and with the Yankees right here. And then we have some last ride pitcher series. So I just used the card to be able to get him. And then for David Ortiz, same thing. 3 moments to do hits with Red Sox players. And then last ride series hitters is what you need to do with the PXP. So you have to get all those done. Only 50 points in the program. Pretty easy to get this one done. So that was very exciting. Then if we go to the Spotlight, we do have the April Spotlight Drop 1, which currently I've almost got done. I actually got most of this done on the stream, but we can take you guys through this. Let's look at some of these rewards for the April Spotlight in the program. First of all, we have this Mincer card from the Rays. Really good fast card. I've stolen a lot of bases with him. He's got 87 speed, 90 steal, 75 fielding. Pretty solid hitting across the board. If we go to Mackenzie Gore's card right here, he's got a fastball slider, 12-6 circle changing cutter. So really good stats once again, especially in the 99 break. So just a really solid card. And then the last card that we have is going to be this Jordan Westbrook in the program. Really solid player, plays third, second, and short. 86 speed on this card, 30 steal, 83 fielding. Hitting stats are once again really good. So this is definitely going to be a good reward to, you guys can add to your squad. There are 7 moments to go through, all about opening week, which was very exciting. A lot of these are to hit a home run, just to keep that in mind. So you kind of got to be good with some of the cards. Then we have some Drop 1 PXP. And these PXP are going to give you some pretty good points in the program. I did do Mincer's one. I still have to do Mackenzie Gore's, and then this one I'm slowly getting done. So after I do that, that's 15 points, and I'm basically done with the program. But there are some stat missions as well. You have to get home runs with third baseman. Tally 50 total bases with second baseman, Ks with starting pitchers, and then extra base hit with Orioles players. And now there is an optional extreme moment as well. I didn't even try to attempt this one because I knew I was going to waste my time. But the Yankees did go back to back to back on 3 pitches. So basically you have to hit 3 home runs and 3 at-bats. And you get 26 points in the program, which is basically half the program. So you can basically just do all the moments and get it done if you don't want to do any of the challenges or anything like that. So very cool they added that in. Then we have the collections in here. So if we collect 3 of the Tops Now cards, which we can obviously find in the pack. So these are cards found in the pack. This is Griffin Conti right here. 86 overall Tops Now card because he's got 99 arm for a right fielder, so insanely good in the fielding aspect. 63 speed on this card and some pretty decent hitting across the board. Then we have A's Max Muncy right here. Obviously first time in the league. He's been a pretty good player for this team as well. Can play a lot of positions as well for your guys' squads, second, short, and third base. We have some good fielding over here, some good speed at 63, and then some really good hitting versus lefties. And then the last Tops Now card we have is Austin Wells. Obviously had that opening day home run for the Yankees and leadoff. Really good power and contact versus righties. pretty good vision, 85 fielding with 47 speed. So those are the 3 tops now cards. You guys can obviously buy this pack in the shop. You get 15 points in the program to do this one. Then we have the 2 spotlight cards in the program, which are actually a lot better. So we have this Nick Pivetta at 80 overall. Obviously had 7 scoreless innings for the Padres in his debut. We can take a look at the stats right here. Pretty solid overall. Worst stat, I mean, is the velo, so it's not even that bad at all. Fastball, curve, sweeper, cutter, and slider. So pretty solid card right here, especially. Then we get to this Tommy Edman, who can play a lot of positions as well, with second, short, and center field, which is going to be very good for your guys' squads. 90 fielding is really impressive on this card. He's got 69 speed with 81 steal, which is pretty good. Obviously way better versus lefties than righties, and pretty good vision. So those are some of the cards you guys can find in the pack, and you actually do get a free pack right here. So that's pretty exciting, and then obviously we get one of these cards. But you can go into the shop and buy these as well. So if we go to the shop right here, I don't think there's a limit on how many you can buy. Okay, 3 is the limit, so you can get 3 of these for 25k stubs if you guys have the stubs. So that was the April Spotlight program, and obviously that was pretty much all the new content we got for today. They didn't really go in, they didn't really talk about anything. They spent a lot of time talking about the Weekend Classic, which is currently in about a week or so. And if we go to the Immortal Division real quick, as you guys can see, that first Weekend Classic pack, they did show us who's in that pack. It's actually a really good Carlos Correa card that had some pretty good stats. And then we have Corey Kluber coming back into the game. So those 2 cards we haven't seen in a while. So those 2 will be in that choice pack for you guys to earn, which will be very exciting. Currently, when I'm recording this video, I'm currently in that Bronze 2 league, so I definitely got to get to Silver if I even want a shot at those players. And they did say those players are resellable as well. You can buy them on the market, so even if you're not in that division, you can still buy them. In my opinion, both cards are pretty mediocre. I'm not really too mad if I miss those cards, to be all the way honest. Considering they're all-star cards, it's not the end of the world. Another thing I did talk about is the Spotlight Series collections. You can actually go into your collections, and the Spotlight Series is going to be here. We have the April Lightning, which is where you're going to be able to get the Lightning card. So you got to collect the Jordan Westbrook you get from the program. And then after 5 weeks, on May 6th, we'll be getting that Lightning card for the month. Something they did bring back from MLB The Show 22 was the Retro Lightning Collections, which is very exciting. So I imagine 2 of these cards are going to get released a week. If you're at 10 cards, then you can collect them and get that Retro Lightning card, which is something we haven't seen in a little while as well, which is pretty exciting. Another thing they did mention is about the Legends and Flashbacks. So they did mention you want to start collecting these to be able to get that voucher. Obviously, this voucher right here, on April 25th, we're getting a collection card. So they did say to focus on some of these collections, as we're going to be getting a new card very soon, which is definitely going to be exciting. And as you guys can see right now, I basically have almost all of them done. I just need some of the pipeline cards, which are pretty cheap, and I really got to focus on the Thread series, at least for myself. And I did get all these complete. Like, for example, my last ride, there's only 4 right now, and I do imagine that this is going to increase. So I do have all these done, but that doesn't mean I should stop collecting these cards, just because every time there's a voucher they add in here, they always raise it. So as we can see right now, I currently have 4 of them collected, but overall I have 8 cards. And there are 12 cards in the last ride program as of now, so I imagine it'll be around 10 or 9 cards they want you to collect. But obviously, it will be pretty easy to get this one done, especially because I don't have the 2 common cards yet. So just be aware that they are going to add a lot more, cards to this, especially. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. And these cards might go up in price if you don't get them, if you get them after the update. So that's another thing to think about with each of these programs. Like, I think the most expensive one is probably going to be the Breakout. If I don't get the Jason Varitek, which is in the multiplayer program, and obviously Brian Scott is in Diamond Quest, so that could be 5 cards right there. That's what I imagine it will be. Because some of these are kind of hard to get because you have to complete the collections for them with, a couple of these cards. Like the Hank Greenberg is also just on a market. So 2 guys in the collection, multiplayer program, Diamond Quest, and then in the market. So there's a couple of series you guys want to be watching out for and try to collect all those cards as you can. A lot of them are in Team Affinity, to be honest, so they're not too hard. Tops now will be a lot easier to get too, since there will be more of these cards, so this will be the biggest one for sure. But like I said, if you play Team Affinity, a lot of these are going to be in there, so just be very prevalent of that. That's another thing about collections. I figured I'd just mention that card's going to be coming soon, so you definitely want to get going on your collections. That was everything that got released today in MLB The Show 25, which is very exciting. So definitely going to grind this week, get my double XP. Definitely want to hop into more ranked and try to get my Weekend Classic up a little bit. Currently in pennant race, so I definitely got to play some more games. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.